Hello and welcome to part 2 of my Stranger Things talk. Yes, I have updated my 80s stuff. Yes, 80s stuff. You might see this expand over the upcoming videos slowly. That's if I'll do one. I haven't done one for ages. Sorry about all the blurriness then. That's me just sitting in the spot I need to. Anyway, taking a look at the 80s stuff. I have now got volume 2 of the CD, Stranger Things. Let's just slowly move the cup out of the way. Stranger Things volume 2. Yes, I know they're selling DVDs, but they're not proper DVDs. They're not official releases of the Netflix Pro show. So if you see people with Netflix Stranger Things DVDs, then they've brought them from Asia, that Asian country, Hong Kong, I believe, or China, some other place over there. Anyway, yes, some company has decided to. I think they've actually just said to Netflix, "Can we do DVDs of your?" I don't know what they said. They might have said yes, and even though they're not official, but you never know. You never know. They could have got done for it. I haven't got a clue yet. Anyway, yeah, this is the volume 2 CD, and on the inside we have pictures. Well, it's more like a booklet of the characters. So we have Joyce Byer. We have Natalia Dyer as Nancy. We have David Harper as Sheriff Jim Harper. David Harbour, I mean, his name is not Harper. Charlie Heaton as Jonathan. And we have Bob. Where's Bob? Justice for Bob. And on the back we have a lovely picture of a Demogorgon. I quite like that. Composed by Kyle Dixon. The title theme, Michael Stein. It's all the information you need. Music published by Maisie Anthems by Netflix. I don't know if I showed you this first volume when I bought it, but I can't remember the video. What do you think of this one? I love the way it's showing an advert. I'm going to let's just sorry about that. The size of the adverts come up. So in this one we have, the other one was showing Mike. This one shows Millie Bobby Brown as Elle. The inside looks the same again. Actually it isn't. It's just pictures again. Dustin, Mike, Gaten, Caleb McLaughlin, Finn Wolfhard, and Millie Bobby Brown eating her Eggos in the forest as Elle. We have Joe, Jonathan, well not Joe, well it is Joe, as Steve Harrington, Nancy and Jonathan. Yes, so that's them. With volume 2 I also got a free little badge. So yes. Now, moving on to things of the 80s. Yes, you do see Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yes, I know they did a 1980 special edition one, and then they updated it. So that's why that's there. We have The Evil Dead, which is shown on Jonathan's wall in his bedroom. We have The Thing, which is shown in the basement. in Mike's house, Mike and Nancy's house. We have E.T., which well, the Duffers have based 11. It's off similar. You see a lot of parallels with Stranger Things and E.T. We also have Poltergeist, which was also in the show. If you don't remember it, I think I'm not sure which episode it's in, but they go. What's his name? One of the buyers. I've forgotten his damn name now. Anyway, she talks about Poltergeist, and she gets tickets for her son to go and watch it. The Dead Zone inspired one of the titles of the show. Risky Business, I don't believe that's got anything to do with it, but that's a good film if you haven't watched it. Firestarter. Firestarter is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's actually a chunk of Stranger Things if you think of it. But she hasn't got powers to move things, she's got powers of setting things on fire. Basically, this place called The Shop, which is like Hawkins' laboratory. They test all these people, and this guy goes for this testing just to get money out of it. And so does this woman, and they fall in love beside each other on the beds. And they have a daughter together who grows up with powers to start fires and things. So this place called The Shop, they're trying to find them to catch this girl so they can bring her back and to kill her father and to see if they can use her as basically a weapon. Doesn't it sound very familiar, eh? Yes, anyway, it also inspired the nosebleed scene. Yes, Drew Barrymore's father in it. Not the actual her father, but the character. His nose bleeds. Now, in Nightmare on Elm Street, that is basically the Demogorgon. When it comes out the walls, you see Freddy coming out onto Nancy's. Well, I don't think it's Nancy's bed, but it comes out the wall above her, and the Jesus Christ cross falls off the wall. The Karate Kid 1 to 4 there. This inspired the scene where Steve and Jonathan fight, and they say, "He's had enough, man. He's had enough. Just quit, man." And yes, that's a bit of a hint there. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Now, if you've seen the trailer for Season 2, then you might have noticed that they're wearing the Ghostbusters outfits. So, yes, that came out in 1984. Films that came out in 1984 were Terminator, Ghostbusters, I believe it was Aliens, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure when that came out. The Karate Kid came out in 1984. Yes. Anyway, we got Weird Science. Weird Science. Weird Science. That's a fantastic film. John Hughes. If you don't know who John Hughes is, then you need to go and beat yourself up or go on the internet and look him up. He has done the most fantastic films. There's 2 John Hughes films there actually together, because he did The Breakfast Club. He's also done Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I think he did 16 Candles and Pretty in Pink and a couple of others. Next film, The Goonies. Now, looking at the boys from Stranger Things and the boys from The Goonies, you can tell quite brilliantly that they're basically the same. There we also got Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2. Let's just forget about Teen Wolf 2. Teen Wolf is Michael J. Fox, fantastic. In Teen Wolf, which was a brilliant film, the first one. The second one wasn't, as it starred Jason Bateman, I believe. Back to the Future, 1985. So you might see that in Season 3. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now, if you're a teenager growing up in the 80s and you haven't heard of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, then you must have been living under a rock, because it's the most iconic film of the 80s. And also, Joe Kerry has recently done a Domino's advert. Yes, a Domino's advert. I believe it was early in the year. And he was doing a scene from this film, this exact film, where he's running along and he grabs his pizza at the end. But in the film, he's running along, trying to beat his parents home. Anyway, Stand By Me, that's another parallel of Stranger Things. That scene where they're on the railway line and they're coming out of the forest. I believe it was the forest, a train in the middle of the forest, or the woods, or whatever you want to call it. Couldn't have been a forest, because forest is miles long, and the woods. There's a scene on Stranger Things where they're walking along a train track. Mannequin. Now, this film reminds me of Weird Science a little bit, as it's about a boy who brings a mannequin to life. Weird Science is about two boys who basically bring a doll to life. Anyway, the one at the end, The Lost Boys. Now, looking at the new character, I've forgotten his damn name. I'll remember his name. He looks a lot like the elder brother of the family who moved to St. Carla, is it? Santa Carla. And yes, I know it's supposed to be based on The Shining, but he looks exactly like the brother from the elder brother from. Let's show you. Say that I'm on about. This one here. His haircut. And this at the end is basically a drawing of the Demogorgon. Yeah, it's not very good. Terrible. And that spider thing was supposed to be in the background, but that didn't turn out well. Did that ages ago. And the comic there is from the 1990s. And it's a comic from the 80s adventure. I forgot what it's called now. But yes, if you look this up, then you most probably know what I'm on about. It's that story with the metal owl and the woman with the snake heads and those strange bat things. And I've forgotten the story. I've forgotten what it's called. It'll come back to me one time. And also we have Ultimate 80s Movie Hits, featuring music from Dirty Dancing, Top Gun, Footloose, The Lost Boys, Karate Kid, Flashdance, The Breakfast Club, Beverly Hills Cop, A View to a Kill, Ghost, and others such as Rocky and all them fantastic 80s stuff. I've also got the soundtrack of The Lost Boys because I like it so much. Photos. We live. Well, I'm still in the past, believe it or not. We have the lovely photo of season 2, first season, season 1, and next to it, a picture of the Goonies poster. So yes. Hello, cat. Yeah, mate. Hello. Anyway, yes, going back. There we go. That's the Lost Boys picture. So yes. What was I going to say? I have much more coming. You've seen my Stranger Things clothes, haven't you? Yes, in my last one, so I won't get them out. But yes, I've currently bought the Funko 3-figure sets, the articulated action figures, which remind me of like the old Star Wars figures from the 80s. That's what they look like anyway. Also, I bought an unofficial book by Guy Adams. If you don't know who he is, then all you got to do is look at Doctor Who and you'll find who he is. Yes. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. Here's me looking at all my Doctor Who stuff. Next Doctor Who video coming, I haven't got a clue is. I haven't got a clue. I'm so sorry, but I just don't know when it's going to come. But I hope you've really enjoyed this as much as I have. And yes, this is me signing off. Now, before I go though, Season 2 of Stranger Things, October 27th. Also, it. Not it as in, look, it's it. Look at it, look at that, look at it. No, not that. It, the clown, Pennywise. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's out the 8th of September. And, well, in Britain anyway. Out 8th of September. Stephen King's terrifying novel. And it's got Finn Wolfhard in it. So, yes, if you're a Stranger Things fan and you like the character who plays Mike, you'll find that he's a brilliant actor in this It film. And he does it fantastically. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Go to book some tickets to see the new It film out 8th of September, and keep your calendar updated and put a circle on 27th of October for Stranger Things 2. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.